Hello and welcome to Earth Check with me, your host Emmanuel Kutosi, where we explore the pulse of our planet, beginning right here in our backyard. And thank you for keeping it tuned because now, today, we have a very key show looking at climate education. We had the opportunity to engage with the Kenyatta University Green Hub, and today we are going to be getting more from the student representative of this club that is targeting a lot towards climate education, ensuring there is that necessary awareness concerning the state of our planet. And we'll be engaging with William Ewoi, who will be giving us more concerning the Green Hub within the Kenyatta University. Stay tuned. Welcome to Earth Check, that program that comes to you to instill that necessary knowledge concerning what is happening to safeguard our planet, checking the pulse on our planet, ensuring it is okay, and looking at the issues that are appearing here and there and trying to find the necessary solution to be able to bring us up to speed. And today we are speaking on matters concerning the Green Education Hub, the Kenyatta University Green Education Hub, an organization that is out here within the Kenyatta University to try and ensure that awareness is spread out, not only within the university, but also across board within the country and across board even touching to the region as a whole, expanded to Tanzania and all other republics within the region that is East Africa, with the goal of ensuring that we have that awareness that we need to be alert concerning matters that are affecting our planet, and it is up to us to ensure our planet is on point and healthy as it should be. And I'm joined by a very key person within the Kenyatta University Green Hub, and I will allow him to introduce himself and tell us all he's all about as he gives us more on this very important organization within the Kenyatta University. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And kindly introduce yourself to the viewers so that they can go to know who you are.
Okay, thank you so much, Kenyatta University Television, under the program of Earth Check. My name is William Ewoi. I'm the student coordinator at Kenyatta University Green Education Hub. I'm also a student pursuing my master's in environment, climate change and community development at Kenyatta University School of Agriculture and Environmental Studies.
William Ewoi, it's nice to have you here at Earth Check because I believe you have a lot of resources that we really require in understanding the whole organization of the Green Hub. Perhaps you can tell us about the establishment of this organization and what it has been up to since its launch.
Thank you so much. So the Kenyatta University Green Education Hub came under project, the Climate U project, on transforming universities for a changing climate. So the Climate U project was looking on how the role of higher institutions in promoting climate action and helping to transform universities' action to climate change. So now when the project was launched in Kenya under the leadership of a project lead, Professor Jacqueline Nyerere in Kenya, so it was agreed on Kenyatta University, we have the Green Education Hub, whereby students come and co-create ideas, research, and disseminate information on climate action and climate change. So the project was working on almost 7 countries in the world: Brazil, Fiji, now in Kenya. In Kenya, the project was targeted 3 universities, Kenyatta University being the main role model in this. Kisii University, Kemu University, and now it is extending up to Uganda, Tanzania, and a part of Africa. So that's basically how it came up. The Green Education Hub was launched on 11th May 2022.
Interesting. And I have done my research a little bit away. Allow me to reveal that I have been doing some background check on you also. And among the things that came out, and it's very unique, there is one Friday at the end of the month where you have a green initiative. interesting because it means every month there is something that the Green Hub is doing. Perhaps you can tell us about your forthcoming event for the last Friday of this month, and maybe the other times that you've been around. What have you been doing? And perhaps the most impactful one that you can remember.
Thank you so much. So under the Kenyatta University Green Education Hub, we looked on the gap that is missing within the Kenyatta University community. There is more awareness to be created. There is more engagement to be made with the students. We did a research on how the know-how of the student with the climate issues. So the first one was on the KU Green Education Hub worked on the curriculum review, ensuring that the student studying on their various disciplines, they are brought about the concept of environment. They are more on the issues of climate action, or the issues affecting us all. Another project was on the Green Education Day. We have the Green Education Days, which is marked on the last Friday of every month. We do a Green Education Day. The Green Education Day, we have various initiative activities that involve. We have the tree planting. We have the community outreach through the cleanups and engagement within the communities. We also have the interaction and networking within the student ambassadors. The Green Education Hub is working through the student ambassadors. The student ambassadors are drawn from all various, like the 19 clubs at Kenyatta University, Egerton University, Kemu University, and various parts of the universities in Kenya. So we are working with the student ambassadors as the main, our actors in this one, helping us to spread information on climate change. So the Green Education Days are mainly for advocating on the issues affecting our environment, on climate action, and the role of students in enabling us in tackling this climate action.
I have heard you talk about the ambassadors and the partnerships that you're having to be able to ensure this awareness goes out to the people, particularly who you're targeting across board, not only within the university, but also even beyond its borders. I'm curious to know, how do you ensure that the one thing that comes to people is not only that awareness, but also more of a behavioral change, so that we have physical things, or rather action, that is targeted towards improving the state of our planet?
Thank you so much. So on these cases, whereby the first initiative we took is the curriculum review. We have a program in Kenyatta University called the Growing Leaders Program, which is undertaken by every fourth year under different disciplines. Before they graduate, they have to pass through this program. We made a review on this program, and now it is integrating on climate issues and issues affecting environment. On the issue of maybe green education days, we work with the students, ambassadors, on co-creating idea or knowledges on how we can educate about the same. As you can see, maybe around we have some portraits. These are some of the portraits we use to communicate information. Some of these portraits we have, they carry along messages. They carry like a book of 380 pages. Now the aim of the KU Green Education Hub is ensuring that we don't just advocate through the reading of books. We use the heart to ensure that people can be able to use the message as simplified to inform of art. It can be possible to do art which can be explained in 2 minutes, more than even telling somebody to read a book on climate change. So the student ambassadors, we engage them in co-creating these arts, the diagrams and documentaries on making on the issue of climate change.
Mm-hmm. And the way perhaps you can be able to share with us, among all these partnerships that you have, perhaps which one do you view as being the most impactful in advancing the mission of the Kenyatta University Green Hub?
Thank you so much. So the hub is we still partner with the African Commonwealth University in advancing the role of universities in taking climate action. So we also have we work with the project Climate U project, which has been the instrumental part in this movement on ensuring that the climate action within universities are making on transforming universities for changing climate. We also have a strong partnership on student-led clubs, whereby we have them as the ambassadors, the people to speak on front. We capacitate them to help us enable achieve the issue of transforming universities for achieving climate change. We also have other stakeholders like NEMA, Environmental Institute of Kenya. We have the CESDA. we have as many NGO and many stakeholders involved in this one. In our Kenyatta University policy review, we have various stakeholders working on this one. So we believe in partnership, in collaboration, climate action can be done through transforming universities as the main agent of co-creating ideas, research, and knowledge dissemination.
And the way, if I was to indulge you, in my community, there are some trees that are never planted near a stream because there was that perception that this tree is able to actually take up the water within the stream. There are some plants that unfortunately are not planted because they're believed to have a certain impact on the environment as it is. And when looking at matter science, that is not wrong because there are some trees that are able to have that effect, particularly in different regions. It means that we have our own indigenous knowledge as Africans. We are not so green in a matter of speaking in that we don't know about ways of safeguarding our environment. I'm curious to know how the Green Hub is incorporating this indigenous knowledge that is known from the bottom in its educational materials so that it's able to feed that communication to the people while at the same time not disregarding that there is some validation in the knowledge that we have intrinsically as Africans.
Thank you so much. So the Green Education Hub, at the Green Education Hub, we believe that there is greater role to be played by the indigenous knowledge systems. That's why as the Green Education Hub, we integrate the role of indigenous knowledge in preserving and promoting climate action. For instance, when saying about the role of indigenous communities, the Green Education Hub, we've been able to partner with the Njuri Njeke Council of Meru Elders in promoting their environmental conservation and the forest. So what we do as the Green Education Hub, we through the three universities in Kenya, Kisii and KEMU University. At KEMU we promote whereby the university manufactures organic fertilizer or manure. Then we give the same fertilizers to the Njuri Njeke Council of Elders. Through this one, we are promoting the use of the indigenous knowledge. We believe that these are the communities or the people who are centered. They have been with these issues. They are in a good place whereby they know their issues and they've been living with the environment for the same community time. We are also targeting on expanding on how we can look on the relationship between the Ogiek community and the Mau forest. These are the communities who have been there living many decades in the forest. How can we promote their knowledge? So we just sit down. As we sit down, the students co-creating ideas and research on climate change, we also sit with the local communities on how we can use their knowledge. We can tap their knowledge in promoting environmental conservation and creating climate action.
A lot of information on the conversation on climate talk right there from William Ewoi. We'll be taking a short break right here on Earth Check and we'll be back with more because we have a lot in store for you in a moment. Don't stay far. Welcome back to Earth Check with me, Emmanuel Kutosi, and let me also invite you to join us on our social media handles, and we are also streaming on YouTube at KUTV Kenya. We go into the second part of our in-depth conversation, particularly on climate matters with the Green Hub. And now we are going to look at the various clubs within the Green Hub, the Kenyatta University Green Hub, and what they're up to in ensuring we have a planet that is green and breathing well for us to breathe even better.
We're here today as the clubs hosted by the Green Education Hub, and we have met today and we do have a statement that we'd like to give out and move The Green Education Hub at Kenyatta University is dedicated to advancing environmental sustainability and climate action. We work tirelessly to support the university in mitigating the effects of climate change by providing a platform for students to engage in projects, research and awareness campaigns to focus on climate resilience, sustainability and environmental conservation. And throughout the first semester of this year, the Green Education Hub has been fortunate enough to partner with various student clubs to implement a range of impactful initiatives and activities together with projects also. These clubs including the KU UNESCO Club, Kenyatta University Environmental Club, the KU Red Cross Club, the KU Scouts, KU GIS, KU Birding Club, KU Planetary Health Students Association, and the Kenyatta University President's Awards Club, which have contributed significantly to the university's environmental efforts. We have had several semester achievements, including tree planting and environmental conservation efforts around KU and within KU, led by clubs like the Kenyatta University Environmental Club, together with other student organizations who have been at the forefront of organizing tree planting campaigns across campus and in surrounding communities. These activities have not only helped combat deforestation, but have also raised awareness about the importance of preserving our biodiversity. We've also had campus cleanups and waste management efforts where the student clubs have also actively participated in cleanup sessions and campaigns within and around the campus, promoting responsible waste disposal and reduction of litter around campus. These initiatives have been very key in maintaining a clean environment and encouraging sustainable practices. We've also had information sessions, webinars, and research flared towards climate change and the environment in general, where we've talked about environmental issues such as climate change, sustainable practices, and renewable energy. The students have also presented their research on climate change, mitigation, and adaptation strategies, furthering the academic discussion around environmental sustainability. We also happened to be part of the Climate U conference in September, organized by the Green Education Hub, where students got to present their projects in climate change, and also projects and initiatives they're holding as different clubs, and papers on research they've carried out on climate change and the environment in general. We also go to interact and network on an international level, since we had international delegates for the same conference. We do have plans for the coming semester, since the Hub is also excited to partner with the different clubs to make these activities a success, including the Green Week, which is spearheaded by the Kenyatta University Environmental Club, which will bring together all student clubs under the Green Education Hub to celebrate environmental consciousness. The week will feature activities such as tree planting, cleanup campaigns, sustainability workshops, and awareness campaigns. We are calling for collaboration among the clubs to make Green Week a success, ensuring it becomes a highlight in the university sustainability calendar. We also have a plan to hold a very big and mega cleanup activity at the KM market as part of our ongoing commitment to environmental stewardship. We're planning a very large-scale cleanup activity at KM, which is a local community around KU, and this initiative will help address waste management challenges that have been faced in the same place. We do also have collaborative students projects for next semester in collaboration with the Green Education Hub, which have promised us to provide the support necessary to these student clubs and provide us with the necessary resources and the space we need to bring these environmental ideas and projects to life. And we are hoping that they will live to that promise. We are also looking for areas for collaboration, furthering the collaboration with the Green Education Hub, which is keen to foster further collaboration between student clubs to enhance the impact of our collective efforts. We envision joint campaigns, research initiatives, and knowledge-sharing events that will address and can address the pressing environmental issues faced by our community and the world at large. We do acknowledge and extend our deepest gratitude to Professor Jacqueline Nyerere, the Director of the Green Education Hub, for our unwavering support and leadership. Our commitment to environmental sustainability and climate action continues to inspire us as students and as the student community. Additionally, we do acknowledge the invaluable contributions of William Ewoi, our student coordinator at the Green Education Hub, whose dedication and guidance have been pivotal in ensuring the success of our initiatives. The Green Education will remain a very steadfast organization in its mission to support the university and its students in making a meaningful contribution towards a sustainable future. We look forward to the continued collaboration with the various clubs and the partners as we embark on these exciting projects in the coming semester. We've had several challenges, focusing on number one, reaching out to students in KU has been really an issue, a major challenge. Getting to have them come to our events, our initiative, is really a hard challenge, and we'll be proposing in the timetabling of activities for the semester, or rather classes for the semester. Let us set time for such engagements with student clubs, because most students are complaining that we're inviting them for the events and the activities when they have classes. So it's a very major issue that we are trying our level best to work around.
Okay, and maybe having an opinionated response from you, how have you seen them even responding? Is it that the youth particularly are not alive to the impacts we are visualizing in climate change, or is it just an issue that is different that you may be able to highlight on? Maybe how are they responding?
The youth around KU, because that's where we focus a lot on, have been responding really well to the issues that we're presenting to them, such as climate change. And we have realized that actually many do not know that climate change is something that exists. They do not know what climate change is, and that's what we're trying to fill. And the acceptance of this aspect has been really high, and we've seen a lot of engagements with these students. I mentioned that we do have a student corner at the Green Education Hub. We've been inviting these students. We meet someone, we invite them to this place, we get to talk to them, we educate them about this climate that we're talking about, this climate change as an aspect that we're talking about, and they get to learn more about it, and their receiving of that has been really high, and they've been really engaging us more. Even after we've brought them here, they've been engaging, trying to learn more about the same, which has been really nice and amazing.
Okay, and looking at the way the progress has been, particularly within the Kenyatta University, maybe what word would you have for other universities and institutions that have not taken up such an initiative?
It is time. Time is now for action. The environment is calling for us to protect it, and it's time to do that. There is no tomorrow, there is no planet B. It's time now we do the action that we're supposed to do. The climate, for climate change, for the sake of climate change, for the sake of our environment, it is time. So let us take up the mantle. They should take up the mantle and join us in this fight towards climate change, and this urge to everyone to continue conserving our environment, to continue doing the right thing and the best practices for environment.
Katana, the idea of conserving our environment through the collection of plastics and even giving them some new purpose, even in the creation of dustbins, is something that is to be applauded. I'm curious about your view, particularly concerning the youth, in the fact that this is an initiative that is key, taking care of our environment through the conservation by looking at where plastics are and making sure that we recycle them and use them accordingly is something that is very key.
This is something that the youth should take part in, because other than conserving the environment, the youth are earning from recycling and reusing this plastic waste. Because apart from making the dustbins, we are also making jewelry using the bottles that we collect, which youths can sell and earn a living through it. So it is something that all of us should take part in.
And I'm interested particularly on the version that you've entered to, because when you're talking about making something that can be sold and is acceptable by the population, that it has value, I'm looking at matters concerning green jobs, green businesses. You've talked about making jewelry. How is the market responding to the things that you have been able to make even as a club?
At first, the response was not too good because people were not aware of what we were doing, and we started campaigns on educating people. Where are we getting these plastics from? What is the process? And how the final product comes out looking like, and finally, so far, so good.
And today we have had an engagement, particularly with the whole umbrella of the Green Hub. What do you think is the role of such initiatives, such as the Green Hub, particularly in institutions like this and in various institutions, in ensuring clubs such as the Scout are able to move ahead in their initiatives?
Our role is spreading awareness. We have to go out there and educate people on climate matters, and also educate people on how they can earn an income by these little things.
And I'd be curious, maybe Katana, you can tell me, you've told me you're on the higher verge, or rather the higher ranks of the Scout system. Do you move to the primary level maybe to go and also stimulate the young ones down there within the kangaroo levels to continue in matters climate change?
Actually, our motto as Jasiri Scouts is service. What we do is we go and teach the little Sunguras and the Chipukizis and the Mwambas on anything concerning the environment and also life skills. Yes.
And how would someone join you if they were in campus? Because, like, unfortunately, I'd like to say for me, I thought the whole scouting era just ended there in high school. But it's continuing. We are seeing Jasiri Scouts now. How would they join?
It's very simple. We always meet at Bishop Square every Thursdays from 5 to 7.
And that is within the Kenyatta University?
Yes.
And the interactions within the Green Hub with other clubs across the sector, how has that experience been for you?
Wow, it has been wonderful because we've collaborated in planting of trees. We have also collaborated in following up and ensuring that the trees are well taken care of. The Green Hub has also given us space whereby students can come in and ask questions and where they get answers to their questions in matters going green.
Okay, thank you very much, Katana. And perhaps before I let you go, there's an interesting thing I heard today, that the African states were seeking at least 1.7 trillion, and they were just accorded 200 billion. That is in US dollars, a lot of money. And this was for nothing other than mitigating the effects, particularly of climate change, that have been imposed, for lack of a better way of explaining this, by the wealthier states that are moving on a higher level in matters of industrialization. What do you think about this cut from 200 billion, 1.2 trillion? What do you think about it in matters of responding to the issues that we have as a planet, being that we share the planet, all of us, and the effects that we are facing, most of which are coming particularly not from the continent of Africa, but beyond?
Okay, the main thing is, how is the money going to be used? If it's used for the rightful purpose, then well and good. But if it is not used for the right purpose, then we shall go back to zero.
And zero is the end of the planet, Katana.
Yes.
So it means accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well put. And I believe, and I hope, we get people like you up there who can be accountable and ensure we don't nail the zero mark, but rather move higher up on the veld. Isn't that so?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for hosting me.
8,706 trees. That's the number of trees that William Ewoi has been able to plant within a period of his 4-year study at the Kenyatta University. A challenge that has been put before us. And I'm calling forth to you also as the Earth Check community, because I consider you family right now, as the challenge is on to plant a tree, particularly even within this festive season. Plant a tree with your family. At least let's make a difference. An active call to action to you to do something concerning our environment. Remember, I'm your host, Emmanuel Kutosi, and we'll be going through this journey, deep diving, coming across all, breaking down the science, and also coming up with the realization of solutions that can be able to make our planet even greener, even better, not only for us, but also for generations that come after us. And also, this program will be shared on YouTube. We are at KUTV Kenya, where you can be able to engage and also share your comments, your sentiments, and when you plant a tree, be sure to note on the comments so that we can be able to shout out to you for that impactful journey. And also, I'll be extending the invite to my X platform at _Emmanuel Kutosi, where you can post and share your picture of you planting a tree with your family or with whoever you are with, wherever you are, because the journey is ours and we'll take it up. Thank you for staying tuned to Earth Check, your weekly pulse checker on the planet that we are on, the only one and the one we have to take care of. Thank you very much.